Infinity Ward, please, I'm just begging you at this point. The reason the community gets so mad, and the reason we say some of the things that we do, it might not sound like the nicest things that leave our mouths, but it's like we're talking to a wall. Nothing is being heard. Nobody's responding to anything that anyone around us is saying, which the Call of Duty community is made up of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people who watch this YouTube content, but they aren't communicating with us. And it is absolutely annoying. Now, if we actually go ahead, let me open this up really quick. Click on that right there. Okay, so this right here is something that's going on with not just one person, but multiple people as well. Not me, but I saw this on Reddit, and it says, this is what I'm dealing with as well. I've deleted the game, reinstalled it fully, deleted the patches, re-downloaded the patches, deleted everything. And they can't play these maps while playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now, keep in mind, 6v6 is already a bare minimum game mode. Barely any content that is in there. They're slowly getting the maps up there. But for all the bad maps that they have made, there's a lot of maps that they're going to have to make up with to make it just at least a half-decent experience while you're playing 6v6. You know, the majority of my time, I just play 10v10 or Ground War because I just can't stand to stay in the 6v6 playlist. It needs more maps. And as you see here, I'm going to flash it back up so you guys can see it again, that it says Vacant, Shipment, Petrograd, Piccadilly, and Crash are not playable. Now, Piccadilly, that's no problem. You don't even have to worry about that. That should be 2 thumbs up if you don't have to play Piccadilly. But for the rest of these maps, yes, some of them are off for some people, but they're still maps that are playable in the 6v6 rotation. I would still take these maps over, Piccadilly or The Cave. Maybe not Petrograd. I don't really like that map. But Vacant, Shipment, and Crash. Whatever. Those are 5 maps out of the 10 maps that are in 6v6. Which means that players who can't find these other 5 maps, they're screwed. They can only play 5 maps in 6v6. They're out of luck. And I actually went over to their Trello Board, which is actually pretty useful to keep up to date with all the things that are going on with Modern Warfare, all the glitches, bugs, things that they're trying to fix. It already shows, if you just take a quick look at their Trello Board, it already shows that they have just a never-ending list of issues that have to be tended to. And you don't even see things like this. You don't see that these maps aren't coming up in the rotation for some people on the Trello board. And also, people are still running into issues about the Spec Ops not being playable. No matter how many times they delete this game, delete the patches, delete everything, and reinstall, they can't get through and make the Spec Ops work either. And that's like 2 days ago. That's a whole part of your game that's unplayable for people. And it's been 2 days that it's been unplayable. Some people don't even probably mess with multiplayer. Some people probably do just enjoy to hop on Modern Warfare for the Spec Ops experience. And you're just completely pushing those guys away. And it's not even on the Trello board either. There's so many things that is broken with this game that they can't even get over to the very game-breaking issues. Like how Spec Ops is completely unplayable, and how some of these players can't even get into some of these maps. That's 5 maps. I'm going to say it again. 5 out of 10 maps. That leaves these players who can't find these maps with literally 5 maps to play. Now, I always say this, but I'm just going to say it again, because if you stop talking about it, it'll be forgotten, the word will never be spread, and it just might never happen. But I seriously, really think that they need more time to make these games. It's just showing completely by the quality of the actual game itself. After a couple of months, they're still having issues with this title. Like it's in beta. They're taking out maps from the game because they're so broken that they can't fix them in time for the next update. And there just shouldn't be a reason in general to have to take a map out of the game. You shouldn't have to do that. Everything should be perfect by the time that you ship that game out. What if you didn't have any way or form to put in updates into this game? And this is what you bought. This was the $60 game that you bought. A buggy mess, tons of glitches, and they couldn't change any of that. That's how you had to think about it. These things should be fixed from the start, not after you have spent $60 for this game and you're now playing it. But it all comes down to the fact that these developers need more time to make their game. If Activision was willing to give these people an extra year or two to really put together a game that would last us more than 1 year, I think it would do Call of Duty fans justice. Let's be honest here. When it comes down to Call of Duty, it was fun back then, being a year-to-year cycle. And it was always exciting to, go to those midnight releases and really grind out these new Call of Duty games. But this series is 10 plus years old, and yes, you are attracting new players into the Call of Duty cycle, which, young people are going to start buying this game yearly, maybe. I don't know how they feel about it. Me personally, OG Call of Duty fan, me personally, it's getting a little tiresome to have this game every single year, but maybe for new players, people who are just starting out with Call of Duty, it's a blast to, have a brand new experience brought to you yearly. But it's not impossible for Call of Duty to do this. But the thing about it is that it's already a yearly cycle. And Black Ops 5 is coming out next in 2020. And Treyarch is coming into this game late because Sledgehammer got, cut off the project. So now Treyarch is coming in, swooping in, trying to save the day, with less time than they usually have. Either this is going to be an absolute miracle pulled off by Treyarch, and maybe Sledgehammer, Sledgehammer's always been cooking up Call of Duty games in the past too, so it's not like they're new studios, they've been working together, so I think they can, put it together. But still, Treyarch is coming in late. It's not like Sledgehammer and Treyarch were working from this, this game from the start, ground up. No, Treyarch is coming in a little bit later when Sledgehammer has already laid out the foundation of this title. It might be a little, bumpy here, so they definitely can't do a 2-year cycle after Black Ops 5 because that game might possibly flop. They'll probably have to remaster a game or something if it turns out that bad. But, fingers crossed that Treyarch has their, crap together. I think they do got this. I really do think they got this. But just imagine if Call of Duty was, more than just a 1-year cycle. It would definitely add more excitement for when the title releases, because it's not like it's every single year. It gives more time into the game, more, investment of your time, I guess I should say, into this title. And the development team would be able to make the game revolved around that amount of time. It wouldn't be like you're trying to stretch 2 years out of a game that was designed for 1 year. No, the developers would have in mind that this game is supposed to last you at least 2 to 3 years. And with that in mind, they would definitely put enough content into the game. They would definitely have a good roadmap for future content updates. They would have it all laid out and ready to go. And along with all of that, they have time to build this title. Now, of course, it is the conflict that, with it being a 2-year cycle, they'll have to put more time into worrying about, future content and less time into, actually making sure the game isn't buggy. But that's how they're already making games right now anyways. That doesn't change anything. Modern Warfare is the perfect example, They released a game, a good amount of content for guns and skins and stuff like that, and the store is packed. They got content for days. The Battle Pass, they really got it going. But the game is a buggy mess right now. It kind of weighs out. So I feel like a 2-year cycle would really push that motivation for the developers to, get a good game out. Because they'll have some extra time to use towards this game. Maybe even some more extra vacation time if they don't get any vacation time as it is, because they're so tight on their schedule with these games. Especially poor Treyarch right now. They're getting cut really early off to come in and make this game. Usually they would have some more time to relax or maybe prep their next title by now. But no, they're coming in super early. But however they would use that time, I think it would benefit the developers in the long run for how the game turns out overall. But no matter how much time a development studio has to create their game, if they're not willing to listen to their community and the people who are playing this game and actually communicate with them and let us know, then what's the point? The game will never be fixed. But guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like. If you hate it, you can always dislike it. If you're brand new to this channel and you did enjoy what you heard today, don't forget you can subscribe and also hit that bell notification button to be notified on all my recent uploads. Also, if you just want to chat with me or see some behind the scenes clips, you can follow me over on Twitter at JbowenDaMan. And also, if you just want to catch me live stream, I do that over on Twitch at JbowenDaMan. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.